We can see your screen.
Yes.
Okay, so do you have a background of this, or shall I explain it to you?
It would be great if you can actually help.
Okay, Norris. Just one second. So basically, there are four companies.
Okay.
So this one is a parent company, the main company, Currencies Direct. So this company has all these another three companies, FCG World, Exchange for Free, and Forex. So at this stage, we have separate domains, AD for all companies,
Okay.
and separate both registered tenants. Okay, so what we are looking for, we need to remove domains for these companies, the Active Directory domains, and move all the users into Currencies Direct. So there will be only one domain controller, Currencies Direct, but and we also looking to remove this Office 365 tenant, and there will be only one single tenant, which will be currenciesdirect.com. But
So
what we want,
basically,
uh,
when you say about you want only one thing, so you want to move all the users from fcgworld.com to currenciesdirect.com, right? That means all the users which are existing currently on the fcgworld.com should be either created or migrated to currenciesdirect.com. Correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah, that's correct. But what we want, their email address should be the same, because these are the separate companies. We don't want our clients to uh, send communication from these domains. The email addresses will be same. Like I am a user in FCG, so my current email address is shailendra.p@fcgworld.com. But after migration, my email address would remain same,
Okay.
but the AD login will be Currencies Direct.
Okay.
So this
So
is
domain log,
yeah,
so machine login or domain login would be Currencies Direct and rest are okay.
yeah. So it's only the email part which will be the owning the which will retain the same email addresses. So this is the I mean what we are looking for. Okay, so this is what we have created some SOWs, like what actions will be required. So have you gone through all these, or shall we go one by one?
I already shared, I think, this one.
So if you wanna just highlight particular serial number, you can go through that. Otherwise, just you can go through entire. So what we are looking for at this stage, we need to create a SOW, like what task and responsibility will be yours, what task and responsibility will be our, and in case there is something we are missing here, you can add that task here. So based on this SOW, we will then discuss on financial part. So this was I'm waiting for to discuss this.
Okay, sir.
We can go through this. I mean, on bullet points. Hello.
Yes, 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 sir. We're reading.
Okay, so like this is not on a priority basis. I mean, this is some kind of mix up. So, but I mean stepwise. So
Mm-hmm.
first is like documentation and communication plan to end users. So whenever we'll do it migration one by one. Like first we'll do it for fcgworld.com. Once everything is migrated up and running, everything is fine. we'll observe it for 1 week or 2 weeks. Then we will try to attempt the exchange for free, and later we'll try for Tor effects. So clean up AD exchange objects. This will be our task because we'll have to identify them, what all needs to be migrated, what not. Check increase Office 365 license. This we will do it. Administrator accounts, will create them, create separate OU and create migration AD. So on this part, we'll need a guidance from you, like how we can do it. We already have a OU hierarchy, but what will be the best option? We're thinking about OU inside top level, and within that there will be a people OU, and this will be separate for each company. Verify that all new users and groups are synced to currencies direct and acquire directory sync. So this will be your part. Prepare list of internal and external which use SMTP servers. So we will need some kind of script or tool to identify which all servers are using SMTP relay, so we can change the IP address. Licenses will take care for it. You just need to tell us where we need to increase the license if required. Citrix uses stats. Yeah, that is our part that will take care. Transport rule signature, that is transport rule, maybe you guys have to explain and we'll have to take care. Signature is a different thing. Disclaimer is our part, so it's CD, Salesforce forwards application impact. So this we need to check along with you what will be the impact on our application, internal applications, websites, and Salesforce. So we'll explain you what all applications we have and how they are configured. So we just need to check a dependency, like after removing that domain controller, will there be any impact on application server or websites? Email to SF, that's okay. Salesforce email. Verify that user can log into Citrix profile IDs. So basically, everyone logins to Citrix here, and in that Citrix they got all their desktops and applications. So right now we have separate Citrix login for each company. So this will again be a single login, single portal. Migrate user profile data, that we'll have to check and we'll have to let us know how we can do it. File server data, again your part. Join the computers, users computer currencies direct.local domain. So we need to remove them from FCG domain and add to currencies direct domain. Create master list of user mailboxes you want to migrate. You'll have to provide us a list of existing resources on each company, AD and Office 365 portals. So we'll identify which need to be migrated and which we can ignore or delete. SMTP changes, if anything required, we need to identify this MFA. We have a MFA configured in currencies direct domain. So just need to check if any additional task is required. I don't think so, because when new employees are joining us, we just creating a user ID and just adding to MFA and it's working fine. So it should be sent for the after migration. create mailbox mapping.csv file or the third-party migration tool you are using. This mapping will be used by the migration tool to manage the source mailbox with the target tenant mailbox when migration occurs. We recommend that you use the initial domain for mapping. The source are common since the custom email domain will be constantly changing. So this will be a pre-migration task. So you need to identify users and which user will have which mailbox mapping. SMTP changes application list and changes to DNS at go live. Internal DNS changes if anything. User profile and data checks. Migration list and allowing servers to currencies direct. We need to list out all servers which going to be part of the currencies direct domain. Begin domain verification process on target tenant and source email domain. This is something need to do a couple of days before we start migration. TXT record will take care of it. Sorry, this is on Office 365 side, so you will have to check this. Source tenant preparation. This is we need to prepare the source tenant on go live date. So both of us will be involved in this. Disable directory sync in source tenant. This process can take 24 hours or more, so it must be done ahead of the migration. Once disabled in the portal, any changes to the source tenant ADDS will no longer sync to the Office 365 organization. Target tenant preparation, and it will be a real-time task on go live date. So both of us will have to look into this. Simple Windows PowerShell script. So whatever scripts you can supply to pull reports before and after migration to check things that we need to do. In DNS, change the TTL value on the MX record. It's a pre-migration task. So we need to change MX records, verify MX records and all. MX record on public DNS portal. Begin migration. So this we need to check how many users are there in FCG domain, and accordingly we will start the migration. Start your mail migration via the third-party tool. So we are not sure how you are going to do it. Are you going to use any tool or manually?
Yeah, that's a very good question. We would recommend to go ahead and procure BitTitan. BitTitan as a third-party tool, which will actually help us to perform the tenant-to-tenant migration smoothly. But yeah.
It is for both AD and Office 365.
No, this is only for Office 365 migration. AD migration, maybe there are some EMT is there. ADMT, that's a free tool from Microsoft. that could be used. But for BitTitan, for O365 mailbox migration, BitTitan is something that we would recommend to use.
Okay, and EdQuest.
Request for something could be there. There are if you want to use a paid tool for AD migration, that again that depends upon you. You know, I'm not sure about what is the sponsorship for the third party tools.
So we as long as the free tools can do it, yeah, okay.
But then
But if you already
if you
worked on this BitTitan, is it paid
BitTitan,
or
yeah,
free?
BitTitan is a paid tool. For every single mailbox migration from
Hmm.
10 to 10, it will cost somewhere around $15 per mailbox migration. So that depends upon again, the size of data. If it is up to 15 GB, then our one single license will be sufficient. On that, it will
Okay.
be more than that. So that is something that we need to figure out. You need to come up with this answer whether you want us to perform, using native migration topology or using a third party tool, because with third party it's smoother and easier, but with the native there are certain challenges, there are certain limitations.
Okay. So and is it a time consuming?
Time consuming. That again, as I said, migration is a completely is one such kind of activity which completely depends upon public policies. Along with that, it also depends upon uh, you know uh, the amount of data which has to be migrated, the number of users, number of concurrent migrations that we are running. So there are multiple factors which is considered for another migration. And the speed of migration in Office 365 is 150 MB of data per 5 minutes. So that is what the speed of migration is from 10 obviously when we are doing the migration. That is what the maximum speed it can support for 365 can support.
Okay, how much speed you said?
150 MB of data per 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Sync user profile data. So this is for desktops. So do you have, I mean, how you will do it for user profiles?
Anything which is related to end user support, we would recommend to have the hands and feet support directly from your team. That would be really helpful. We can ADMP profile migration wizard. There are certain free tools which are available. You can use those tools. We can help you with some information on how to use that tool. We'll help you with the tool, and you can have your team to get that, and anything related to the end user support, we would recommend you to intervene over there.
Okay. So there will be one more task, like after migration autocomplete list, we need to clean up. Otherwise, all emails will be failed because the cache Outlook will email addresses in Outlook will be in cache and it will fail. So we also need to see if any script is available to clean up the caches. File server data on go live date, Mimecast changes. So now we have one more thing, like all these companies are using a Mimecast service here as an email gateway.
Okay.
So any email sent and received is coming via Mimecast. So if I send any email to outside, it will go to Mimecast and Mimecast will send to Office 365. And the same way Office 365 sends to Mimecast and then us. So we need to also check in Mimecast because we need to change the connectors in Mimecast as well.
that take care of. That we have the access. We can work with the team and get it done.
Okay. So this is all after migration, so testing of in and out email flow, Citrix login and profile, email profile, user profile, SMTP, and applications, cleanup, user may receive NDRs when replying to migrated mail messages, log to automatic push, shut down domain controllers, Mimecast journaling and data migration, SharePoint teamworks and the migration. So we have a SharePoint teams. So how it will, I
Okay,
mean, how will
Teams
deal with it?
migration, SharePoint migration. If you want to go ahead with because there is a SPMD tool, SharePoint Online Migration, but that is only supported in the cases where you want to migrate the data from on-premises to SharePoint Online. Only in that cases it is the free tool is supporting, and there is no free tool as of now available to migrate Teams data such as the chat history, conversation files, the SharePoint, basically the Teams site data, all those things. It cannot be migrated without the third party tool.
Okay.
So yeah, so that if that completely depends upon currently with what my understanding is, we are going ahead with the native migration. So only with the free migration, only and only email migration possible. Apart from that, SharePoint, Teams, all those migration are not possible.
Okay. So I mean, this is all what we have tried to figure out. So if you think we are missing something, any task or anything, we can add here.
Right. So your users are basically using Citrix as environment to access the organization data, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, because Citrix is a kind of different platform altogether. So you are planning to go ahead and migrate or basically switch the domain on the Citrix platform so the users can access the data, right? So, if I'm not wrong, that activity will be performed by the team, right? Directly.
Sorry, I didn't get you on Citrix side.
No. So let me try to rephrase it in a much better way. So what I am trying to say here is the Citrix environment that we have currently. So since you're trying to consolidate the AD, right? And then
Yeah.
and you want to switch the directory for users also, so that the authentication can happen on the CD domain, right?
Yes.
Right. So the domain joining of this is VMs or the virtual desktops on the Citrix platform, or basically switching the domain. That entire activity related to Citrix, any activity related to Citrix will be performed by the CD team, right?
That we need to check. I mean, it's like we don't use virtual desktops, so it's directly a server. So on a single server, we are logging around 10 users. So we have a team, our data center team, who
की बड़ी
manages the
खबर
Citrix
आपको बता दें, दिल्ली
environment.
हाई
So we
कोर्ट
can go
ने
to them
केंद्र
and
सरकार को कड़ी
yeah,
फटकार
definitely
लगाई है।
they'll take
दिल्ली
care of
हाई
it.
कोर्ट
But
की
we need
नई
to tell
सजा
them
को
what
लेकर कि
all.
आप अंधे हो सकते हैं, हम
I
नहीं।
mean,
आप कितने असंवेदनशील कैसे
actually,
हो सकते हैं?
we also
दवाओं
not
और
sure what
ऑक्सीजन की कमी
impact
के
will
मामले
be.
पर देश की शीर्ष
Creating
अदालत ने
user and logging to
जबरदस्त फैसला
Citrix
लिया
is
है।
not an issue,
कोर्ट ने
but
केंद्र सरकार
if
को
we are
एक
migrating the
जबरदस्त
profile
नोटिस जारी
from
कर जवाब मांगा
SCD
है।
domain to
दिल्ली
CD
हाई
domain,
कोर्ट केंद्र सरकार
so we
से
just need to
नाराज।
check
दिल्ली
how
हाई
the
कोर्ट ने
Citrix
केंद्र से
profile
कहा
will
आप ऑक्सीजन
reflect.
मांगे और
Is it
हाल ही
creating a new profile or is it migrating that profile into CD domain? That we can check with the
So,
Node 4. That's not an issue.
so what I would recommend here is so that not create any sort of conflicts, what we can do is, since you want to migrate and consolidate O365 users, right? Then the email you want to perform, obviously the primary focus is to have the user's data under one single tenant, right?
Right.
Office 365. So
Yes.
what I would recommend here is to have the two-way trust created on the edge. Okay. And then on the same Azure AD Connect, we can add the different forests. Okay. And once that is added, we will be able to synchronize the users to Office 365. And then we will be able to perform the data migration.
Okay, but that will be an additional task, creating forest and all.
No. We don't need to create any additional forest or something. The existing itself will be migrated.
Okay.
Not migrated, but basically, in other words, in simple terms, synchronized. Aman, correct me if I'm wrong. If you will create the two-way trust between the different forests, right? Between all the four domains, that is fccworld.com, exchangeforfree.com, DORX.com, and currencysdirect.com. Between all the four and five forests, if we will have two-way synchronization done, obviously the two-way trust, then it will be easy for us to synchronize the users from different directory to one single tenant using the same Azure AD Connect, right? Aman, are you able to hear me?
Is on mute.
Yeah. Think.
Okay, so that is something, some tricks we will try to migrate, right, for migration.
Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. So how you will, retain the email addresses in this domain after migration?
I think Ravi will answer it better. It's his subject. Just
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Okay, so after migration, how you will retain email addresses in this domain?
Okay, so since AD consolidation, that would be a different task. That is a different task altogether. Okay, so we would not be performing the AD consolidation task. We are just creating a two-way forest, two-way trust, or basically trust between different forests of different, basically trust between different domain, Active Directory domain controllers. And once that is done, you'll be able to synchronize the directory. Okay, so here the users would be still on the same, the same domain, and their email addresses would remain the same. And then what we will do is, in the group policies, we can have group policies created wherein their the login domain would be changed from fccworld.com to currencysdirect.com, and then the prefix will be done, so that the authentication would be automatically done. That will be taken care of.
Okay, so once all these domains are collapsed,
No, domain will not be. No, you need to maintain the servers. We are not consolidating. We are not performing the activity of any consolidation. We are just creating the trust to achieve the objective of data migration.
Okay, but we don't want to continue with these servers. We just want one domain controller. We are
Okay.
trying to reduce the infrastructure for all these.
How many users are there in each domain controllers?
So like in FCG we have around 10, 40 and 180.
180, right? Okay. So what we can do here is in your currencydirect.com you can add a new suffix as fcgworld.com exchangeforfree.com. Okay, and then you can have the 80% or basically the 80 administrator move the users from fcgworld.com or basically export the users list and then create the users with the same attributes in the currencydirect.com. Okay, since you are planning to migrate or basically to decommission the servers, that this is the only alternative that we have to create the users manually and have the suffix added at fcgworld.com, that is there being create, and there Windows login would be currencysdirect.com /then username. And that way we can be able to achieve.
And that is what we were thinking, that use a UPN suffix for different users.
Right. UPN suffix is the, if we are planning to decommission the servers altogether, in that case, this is the only alternative option. Have the UPN suffix created, and once the UPN suffix is created, you'll be able to synchronize the users, add the domain to the new from the existing Office 365 tenant and have it on the new Office 365 tenant, or basically the currencydirect.com, and then you can perform the migration.
So that user profile we can migrate, right, on AD user profiles?
AD user profile migration, yeah, ADMP could be used and user profile migration.
Yeah. Even that AD is not that showstopper, because we can delete and recreate the user in cd.com. Like
but then
FCG, we have
since the
very
fcgworld.com, since they have their own Office 365 tenant and they are synchronizing this 10 users from on-premises to cloud, right, using Azure AD Connect.
Yes.
If you will delete the users on fcg.com, their users on cloud will also be deleted. So
no, I mean we will create a new users out here. We won't touch them.
Right, that would be
like that we can delete them. I mean, just disconnect the AD Azure connector.
Right, we can do that. But in that case, if you will create a new user, what will happen is the SID would be different, and the profile, when the user will try to log into the new domain, there would be a new profile altogether. The old data from the old profile will not be migrated to the new profile. Okay. On the laptop, when we will switch the user profile, what will happen is that when the user will try to sign in using the new profile, definitely they won't be in their data. Because a new SID will be generated, a new SID will be generated, and a new profile will be created.
Okay, and what about the mailbox after migration?
Mailbox migration, we will use 365 native inbuilt migration wizard for migration.
So we'll get all the emails as it is into the new profile, right? You mean it will download emails once again?
Yeah, it will copy and paste the database. It will be server to server. So that is data migration from one exchange online server to another exchange online server.
Okay. Okay, so anything else you think we are missing here? Or
if you can share this sheet with us, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, I have already shared it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'll forward it to you. It's with me.
Okay.
Okay, then when can we expect to start on this work?
Okay, I'll discuss this internally today and I'll come back to you maybe by end of the day or by tomorrow.
Okay,
And the task we need to start as soon as possible.
okay.
And
Okay.
would also request you to have a word with your.
Yeah, sorry.
Hello, Ravi. There's an issue with his network. He's traveling now.
Okay.
Yeah. So no issue. It was. Thank you for giving us time. And it was a nice explanation from your end. So please update us when we can start the work.
Hello.
Yeah, your voice dropped. You were saying something, Ravi Garan.
Okay, maybe he has some network issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
That no problem. Okay, thank you.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Oh, yeah. So what I was saying is, I just check with the citrus also, citrus team as well.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, okay, okay. And just share that Excel sheet with us so that we can have a close look on each and every single task. And if there is something that need to be added or that need to be overlooked or something, that would really help.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning that the responsibilities, what you will take care and what we have to do, what both of us will have to do.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.